I find neutral when I'm riding. Can't find it when I'm parked. Hello, everybody coming at you with, oh, I was neutral. It's Smite. How you guys doing today? Today, my friends, we're out for a rip on the Yamaha YZ450FX. So I wanted to give a little update on my graphics. I made some custom designed graphics from MotoCal. I believe that's what it is. But I didn't realize, because I saw, what are you doing? I saw something that piqued my interest. So I did everything and I designed it. I went back and forth because I have this extended gas tank. And everyone knows if you don't have ventilation holes, your gas tank will bubble. So we're gonna actually try. I called them, well, I didn't call them, I emailed them and seen as like, hey, do you do custom graphics? Can you, slice one up for me? And they're like, no. They said the biggest perforated one we have is this one. I'm like, oh. It was for like an 87 XR 85, and that was the biggest one, but it was going to be a cobbled up mess to attempt to get it all, adjusted to where I would need it. I'm like, yeah, nah. Well, everyone knows, and if you don't, now you do, that my dad has a vinyl cutter, and he cuts and sells vinyl stickers. So he's like, well, we could just cut some holes in it. I'm like, oh, well, you could try that. Like, all right, I'll just order it. And then I got an email that said, hey, if you email us and we'll give you a 10% off code. I'm like, amazing, and I ended up paying like $250 for these vinyls. I mean, it's the thickest you can get. They're supposed to be really good, high quality. So I'm like, yeah, it's custom. We'll shoot for it. Wouldn't you know, right after I ordered it, like 2 or 3 days later, they're like, hurry, sale, 25% off. I'm like, I just got 10% off. So I, could have saved a whole lot. I could have saved another 20 bucks. So that was sad. I was actually going over my credit card bill, and I looked, and I'm like, wait a minute, it says PayPal and then foreign transfer fee. And I'm like, and it told me where it was from. It's a MotoCal. I'm like, wait a minute, everything was in USD. There's no information on where they ship from. Once again, I should have done research before actually buying them. You know how that works. Well, I didn't. I went to their Facebook page and I looked and I seen the reviews, and there was a lot of unhappy campers. I'm like, oh crap, this is not good. And people are saying, like, oh, it took me 8 weeks to get my vinyls. It took me 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 4 weeks. I'm like, oh, crap. A good thing I don't actually need them right away. I'm willing to wait if they're high quality. So it turns out they're actually from Australia. Ireland. They ship out of Ireland. I didn't know this. And like I said, if I would have done a little bit more research, I would have found out. Because there was hundreds of people on Facebook that, were complaining about the very same thing. So I'm like, okay, Ireland, that is where they are shipping from. So I'm like, crap. Well, I have time. It's not going to be that big of a deal. And then everyone's like, oh, so basically they say it's going to take, 9 to 11 business days. And that's when you should have it, in your possession. I'm like, great. So I went on there, and then one guy's like, oh, so does everybody get one of these? And it said, there's been an issue with your production, we're resolving this issue, yada yada yada, there's going to be a delay. So I'm like, crap. And I got that like maybe 4 or 5 business days after. I'm afraid of the ice. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn around because I am sketched out. I do not like ice, not without studs. I'm going to turn around up there where it's nice and smooth looking. I guess there is cinders, but still. What's a butt still do? Well, it distills butt. So I got the email saying that there was a delay in production, and everything is high quality here. And this was the 22nd. No, I ordered it on the 15th. This was the 22nd. Or 24th, actually. The 24th is when I got this email. I ordered them on the 15th. So the 15th, On the 24th, I got the email. And I'm like, oh, great. So that's what they do, and then a delay. So, and then they're supposed to send you a picture of production. They send me a picture of nothing. Like there was nothing in the picture. It's like we're gonna let you know when our shipper has the information and gives us a tracking number. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, well, at least that, you know, that means they're done and they're gonna get shipped. So I got my tracking number the 27th, and I look at the tracking number and they shipped the 22nd. So the 15th to the 22nd, they were already shipped. They were already printed and shipped. The 24th, they said it was a delay. Well, if the delay was they already shipped, it's pretty crazy. So I'm not 100% sure how it's going to work out. I'm just hoping that they're high quality and everything goes as well. I mean, if they're good quality, I mean, yes, I don't think that's like as smooth and as ideal. But as long as they're good quality when they get here, I'll be fine with it. And I know there's like 100 different people on there that are saying, well, my company does it, and I see it every time. But the thing about it is I'm kind of sketched out with Facebook because there's so many people on the groups that aren't even real, that just scam people. So it's just hard for me to differentiate of who's an actual scammer and who's not. At least with this, I paid with PayPal. Worst case scenario, I call PayPal up and say, hey, I never got them. And then they do the fighting for me. They should show up, and when they do, this is going to be awesome because my bike is going to be digital camo, and I am stoked. I love the digital. It's going to be blue digital camo, and it's going to look amazing. I'm like super excited for how this is going to turn out. We're going to try to slice it up so the gas tank can breathe, but if not, I'm just going to stick them on there and see how long they stick, because I have seen we had regular vinyl decals that we put on the gas tank, and it took them quite some time to bubble up, whereas this is gonna be, you know, high quality adhesive, and we'll have to find out. But so that's what's going on with my graphics. Learn from my mistakes, do more research, guys. You think I should know better? I've been doing this for far too long to not know better, but in the heat of the moment, I got excited. And if I would have waited like 3 more days, I could have saved 25 bucks. Oh, it's always something in that. You live and you learn. You're always gonna miss out on half the deals in your life, and you're gonna land the other half. It's a 50% chance in you getting it. You just gotta live in the moment, man. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If you liked what you see, make sure you hit the like button, because Al Gore shares my content so much better when you hit the like button. I find neutral when I'm riding. Can't find it when I'm parked. And don't forget to go down there and shop Revzilla. If you shop Revzilla using my link, it supports the channel at no extra cost to you. Go down there and buy some tires. I like it when people buy tires. Every time I see that someone bought tires, I do a little dance. I'm like, woo, woo.